CEO and founder of Novotus. We're the largest recruitment organization in Austin, and we place permanent employees and temporary employees all over the world. I originally was introduced to Airrosti through a business associate, and I'd hurt my back, and he told me that I really needed to go in and spend some time with Airrosti. And I wasn't much of a believer at the time, but at that point in time I needed something. Got an appointment, spent time with them, and after a few treatments, I was very astonished. My back was better. It was better than it had ever been after treatments, but it stayed better. Along the way during my treatment, though, my doctor asked me, do you have any other injuries? And I said, yes, actually I damaged my finger, I jammed my finger at a volleyball tournament as a spectator. What had happened is the ball was coming directly at me, I raised my hand, and it hit the end of my finger and just jammed my finger. For a couple of years, it really caused me a lot of pain and had started to really affect my ability to live my life. I couldn't shake hands, I couldn't type as well. Golf was really hurting. Literally in 5 minutes of treating my finger, I had full range of motion for the first time in a couple of years, which I couldn't believe. The pain was gone, and it hasn't hurt since. To me, it was probably the most compelling thing that happened during my treatment. I found myself in Scottsdale, Arizona, and there's an older gentleman there who he and I get to talking, and we'd had the same injury. And when I told him about my experience at Airrosti, he looked pretty shocked because he held his finger up, and he had had his finger amputated because it had hurt so bad, and he wanted to play golf more than he wanted to have a pinky. And he and I were having this pretty odd moment on the driving range as he was explaining to me why he cut his finger off, and I completely sympathized. That's the extent that some people will go to get out of pain, and I had that kind of pain, and I was a candidate for cutting mine off. But they fixed it, and I just thought it was so funny. In that moment, I wish I'd have had a camera then. The implications in the workplace are huge. You need a system that'll not just get you, back to enjoying your life or back to work, but really something that's going to keep this from happening long term. I think there's a story and a concept within Airrosti that really says a lot about how we can improve the general results, the long-term results of the money, time, energy that we're putting into getting people well. But more than that, actually go ahead and finish the job of making people's lives better.